What's good, everybody? Y'all, we are here today to talk about Married to Medicine, Season 11, Episode 3, and the name of the episode was called Satire Cowgirls, okay? Now, if I'm being honest with you, listen, I'm just trying to be consistent because to me, I felt like the episode was kind of boring, you know what I'm saying? But I told y'all that I was going to try to stick it all the way through, so we here and we're going to talk about it, okay? Now, we got to get through the opening scenes. First, the episode started off, you know, they do the little opening montages to show you what everybody doing. It started off where Greg was doing some yard work. Okay. And Sweet Tea was out there telling him, you know what I'm saying, this is good. It builds up some testosterone. And he out here talking about the testosterone. What my pig? Hold on. He talking about the testosterone need to be tested. Right. And so Sweet Tea say, all right, come chase the cat. You know, I know that I'm riding for Sweet Tea them. It's not that I'm riding for them. I don't like for nobody to get mistreated. You know what I'm saying? However, I don't want to have any innuendos of Sweet Tea and Dr. Greg getting it on. I was already weirded out last episode when Dr. G talking about this sexy nurse fantasy or whatever he got going on in his doctor's office. But this right here, absolutely not. Okay? So the episode truly started off with Quad and Kang. Okay? Mr. Kang. Quad is a horrible actress, you know? So Quad is making breakfast and King calls her to tell her to come outside and she tried to create this fake dialogue. Now, I took theater in high school and I took it in college, and simplicity is the best. Quad, I would have believed you more if the man had just told you to come outside and you'd have just went out there. You didn't have to get no dialogue. I'm cooking. What you want? I told you I'm cooking, girl. You wasn't doing nothing. You wasn't doing nothing. It wasn't like you was in there frying no chicken. You weren't doing nothing but making some eggs. You know what I'm saying? If he just said, come outside, and you went out there, we would have got it. But I feel like you put him up to it, okay? So Quad went out there. She was acting shocked. He actually bought her a white Rolls Royce. I don't know. King, to me, just seems to be...
real delicate. Not delicate.
He seems to be real delicate to me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, okay? But she says that he owns a luxury rental car place, and she said that God gave her a phenomenal man and a provider. Okay. What I really think is going on is I don't think that Quad wanted to be showed up on this show by Greg. You know what I'm saying? I think that she was caught off guard last year with Greg coming on the show with Sweet Tea, and she said absolutely not. You know what I'm saying? To her, with a person with a big ego like Quad, she probably felt like she took an L. Because not only is he back on the show, he got back on the show and got married. So she said, no, I got to go get me a man, any type of man, and get on this show and make them think that he is the bee's knees. Okay? Now, I'm not trying to be funny. You know, I think that King looked better in the dark. In my opinion, I'm not saying he's a bad looking man. I'm just saying he looked a lot better in the dark. You know what I'm saying? He don't really give young. He don't really gave what he gave in the dark that night. Now, he still do give
delicate. Not delicate.
He still do give delicate, but he don't really give what he was given that night at Quad's party with the lights on. But Quad lets her know that she want to have a baby, and she said that there's no one better suited to raise a child with than this man. Okay. Now, shout out to Dina the Explorer. Dina has sent me his IG, and he already got a daughter that's like 9 or 10 years old. You know what I'm saying? So he already got kids. So Quad is trying to put herself in a ready-made family, okay? But Quad told him that, you know, she went to the doctor. The doctor told her service looks amazing. And in 2 weeks, she can start IVF, and she kind of want twins, okay? She said that she'd been married before, and that wasn't the right situation for the baby. I think that Quad probably was over there on birth control when she was over there with Dr. G. I don't think that she wanted to be with Dr. G like that. I think that she got with Greg and married him for a come up, but she didn't want no baby with him. Because you know, for some marriages or whatever, just be for the time being, it's for the come up. But when you have a baby, that's forever. You get what I'm saying? And she didn't want to be tied by him forever. She saw a sucker in Dr. G and she licked it and she used him and she wasted some of his best years, okay? And now we don't know what's going on, okay? She said it was a whole bunch. That marriage was a whole bunch of turmoil and strife. She said that King is stressless, and she pretty much said, he's the biz naive. Okay. Now I feel like the races is on now. Now we have a contest. You know what I'm saying? Now we got a contest, a secret contest between Sweetie and Quad. Who about to get married? Who about to have a baby first? I feel like that. I feel like we got a secret contest going on. That they probably going against each other, and they might, especially Quad. He probably got married before me, but I'm gonna get a baby before him, and this is something that he always wanted, and I'm a good punch that ass. You know what I'm saying? That's what I feel like she doing. Okay. Um. Then he also bought her. It was a present. It was a Louis Vuitton gift, and she opened it up. It was a suitcase worth $3,650. Was that real? I don't know if that suitcase, that Louis Vuitton suitcase that he bought her was real, because that little bitty bag that Jennifer Tilly had was $33,000, and that was just a little bitty bag. That little bag that Jennifer Tilly had was like a toiletry bag, and that was $33,000. So it's hard for me to believe that suitcase that she got was $3,650, and that little bitty bag Jennifer Tilly had was $33,000. I think that he probably got that off the street and went and put it in a real Louis Vuitton box. Because the little white on there even looked a little suspect to me. Okay? So next we got Toya and Dr. Eugene. Okay? Let me pull up. Here we go. Okay? Now Dr. Eugene got a clinic now. He said that it's been open for around 9 months, and it's a recharge. It's called Recharge Wellness, where he provides medical weight loss, Ozempic, hormone replacements for men and women. Okay. I really like Dr. Eugene. I like how he always teaching his kids and how he approached them with things. Okay. Now he was telling Avery that your hormones are about to go up because you're about to hit puberty. And Toya is like, and you're gonna have wet dreams. And he said that already happened. And she was like, really? What was it like? You know what I'm saying? And so, Dr. Eugene was like, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna get some hair down there, you know what I'm saying? And it's gonna get the growing or whatever. And he was like, I already have hair. And Toya was like, really?
Sit your ass down.
Girl, sit down. They both don't want to be talking about that stuff like that on camera like that. You know what I'm saying? You and Eugene decided to be on this show, and these kids was just they came in on with you, but it's for y'all to share, not really these kids, especially nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? But he said that he was 12 years old when he had his first wet. I mean, he's 12 years old. He already having wet dreams. I didn't have my first wet dream until I was in high school. I was 14 years old. You know what I'm saying? So 12 years old, maybe it's something in the food. Okay. But she's sitting up here asking if he getting hair. I think that the hair, if I remember correctly, hair started around 8 or 9. You know what I'm saying? But Eugene is telling us, Eugene is like, Toya, be quiet. You know what I'm saying? Kids don't, especially boys, don't like to talk about their mama with stuff like that. He said he tell his mama he ain't having sex. Dr. Eugene said he tells his mama he ain't having sex and he already got 2 kids. I never talked to my mama about sex. Never. And I'm 30, well, I'm a virgin, but I'm just saying I had never talked to my mama. It was nothing to talk about. Okay. Toya suggests that Eugene offer Botox at his clinic. She said that she told him about it years ago, and that if he would have did it, they would have been farther along in life. Toya, girl, okay. Eugene says that he doesn't want to bite off more than he can chew. Toya says that she understands that he wants to do what makes him happy, but he needs to do what makes him money. This is the old Toya seeping back in. This is the Toya I remember. Tacky Toya from the earlier seasons of Married to Medicine. This is the Toya I remember. Okay. Now we got Cecil and Simone. They showing up to their son's apartment for cleaning day. Okay. To teach them how to clean up, and the boys are not there. I feel so bad for Simone. What is she raising? I remember last year when they got the place for them, and the oldest one, wait a minute, I forgot their names. One of their names is Miles. The oldest one was supposed to be able to stay there for a year rent-free, and the youngest one was supposed to be able to stay there for 2 years rent-free. But the conditions are that they had to keep the place nice and clean, and the place is not nice and clean. I don't understand. I think that they think that Simone is a play pretty. Okay. So Simone is saying that she feels like that they should just clean up the place and charge them. Okay. Simone said that she wants the kids to grow up because she's tired. I don't understand not knowing how to clean up. You know what I'm saying? I'm the best cleaner in my family. But we used to have rotations in our house for chores. You know what I'm saying? I remember in the summertime, we really didn't have nothing to do in the summertime. You know, my mama used to go to work. She used to come home at 3 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? We would be laying around all day watching music videos and stuff all day. At 2 o'clock, it's cleanup time. Sometimes I wash the dishes, my brother get the living room, and my sister get the restroom, and we would just rotate. You get what I'm saying? And we knew no matter what happened at 2 o'clock, the house was gonna be clean. You know what I'm saying? We had to clean up the house. You know, so I don't understand this. Um, but Simone is telling Cecil that Quad had a boyfriend reveal, and it was a man that she had for a year. Um, but I don't think a year is a long time. I don't think that I want to bring nobody along until it's serious. You know what I'm saying? Um, Cecil says that he understands why somebody would be hesitant to bring somebody around the group. You know what I'm saying? Because they on TV. You know what I'm saying? And when you own a reality show, you got to walk a straight line because the fandom could be so toxic. If you do one wrong thing, if you say the wrong thing, they'll try to go ruin your business. People be looking you up, trying to get all your public information and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I can understand why Quad didn't want to bring the man around. I don't think he real, but also she probably wanted to make sure that he was legit first. You know what I'm saying? Now they charged them $425 to clean up their apartment or whatever. I wouldn't have cleaned it, but I won't my things. I would want my $425. This is unacceptable, and I feel like that they should be able to afford the $425. They spoiling these kids. Next, we got Contessa, Sweet Tea, and Phaedra. They all meeting up at Contessa's house. Okay. Um, Contessa said that she's upset with Heavenly for talking about her husband online. Now, I had stopped watching that was when I probably stopped watching the show. I don't remember Heavenly. I remember Heavenly talking about people's husbands stuff alone. I don't remember the specifics of what she said about Scott. That probably was the time I wasn't over. But this is what she's telling Phaedra. They there by themselves. Sweet Tea ain't made it yet. Okay. Now Sweet Tea come in, and Sweet Tea had on this outfit.
Girl, she look like a damn old lady.
You know, and she came in and they started hyping her up, and then Phaedra started eating her up. You got to watch Phaedra because she's real slick at the mouth. Phaedra gonna tell her it's giving Walona from Good Times. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure what she was going for, but I know she wasn't going for 1970s Walona from Good Times. Maybe it was at 1970 Walona from Good Times. Phaedra ain't her friend. Remember last year, Phaedra had already ate her up last year about her shape. You know what I'm saying? You got to watch that Phaedra because she's slick, okay? But they say that Heavenly is a terrorist on social media, and Sweet Tea said, I'm trying to be pregnant. I don't need the stress. Heavenly is abusive. You know what I'm saying? Girl, these buzzwords, okay? But they ended up telling Sweet Tea that they went to Quad party, that Quad introduced her new man at the party. Now Sweet Tea got in confessional and she said, I'm so glad Quad got a man. Can I get an amen?
What's that?
So Sweet Tea, what's going on? You picking? You picking with Quad? I don't like this, Sweet Tea. From what we've seen on the show so far, well, okay, I will say this. Quad did put the girl up to say, you know what I'm saying, who was that old lady that was at the door? You know what I'm saying? But Sweet Tea, I don't know. Let me stay out of it, okay? But Sweet Tea said that I hope that he got some money because it seems like that was more important. That was important to Quad. But that means that you have to be a fan of the show to know that. How do you know that? It should be important to everybody. It should be important to everybody. It should be important to you too. Okay? But they think that they should all have a trip to have a reset within the group. So they're gonna want to have like a glamping and a hold down is what they trying to plan for the group. Okay. Next we got Heavenly. Heavenly got her youngest son, Zachariah, over there in the office. I guess he's supposed to be shadowing him. Okay, he's interning at Dr. Heavenly's office. Heavenly was doing a lot of directing him in front of the patient of some mistakes that he was making that wasn't really mistakes. You get what I'm saying? She was doing a lot of directing. That's why some people can't work with their parents or whatever. You could direct me, but if I'm making a huge mistake, but if I'm doing something just like not putting on the gloves or whatever, I don't need you to point this out in front of the camera and in front of the patient, make it seem like I don't know what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Heavenly is a person who I wouldn't want to help me, but he was doing a lot of back talking. You know what I'm saying? Heavenly was was getting on him, but he was giving a lot of back talk. I was like, all right.
I know that's right. I know that's right, bitch.
But I like that. Heavenly is that he wants to be a dentist and she's helping him out though. But all of that directing and stuff, we don't need you to do that. Heavenly, we know you're serious about what you're doing. I feel like that you was just trying to show out for the cameras. Okay. But next we got Dr. Jackie. Now, this is what I really appreciate about Married to Medicine. This is why I fell in love with the show, is moments like this. Okay. So she got a WNBA player in the office. Her name is Ryan, I believe. Ryan or Rain. And she's a WNBA player and she plays for the Atlanta Angels. And she has fibroids and she's been playing with them, but she wants to get pregnant now. Now, Dr. Jackie said that she doesn't know why fibroids are more common in Black women. But I think that I read somewhere, and I know that I was listening to the Jill Scott podcast before, and a lot of times I hear that it's linked to perms. You know what I'm saying? But if Dr. Jackie didn't say it, I don't believe it, because she would know. If that was the truth, I think that she probably would have known and said something about it at this time, but she didn't say it, so I guess that's not true. That's probably just a myth that I heard. But Ryan wants to get pregnant through IVF, so what they're going to do is remove the fibroid so there's no complaints. I know two friends that had to get fibroids removed, and they were able to show pictures of what was inside of them. One of them had like 7 of them, and the other one had I think like 9 of them. It was crazy to see. It was like I couldn't believe that was in them. And also their stomach went down a lot too, because a lot of times people think that people are just like fat or whatever, but they stomach be bigger from the fibroids, You just never know. So the ladies are receiving invitations for the hold down or the glamping trip that Phaedra, Contessa, and Sweet Tea are throwing. Okay. Toya said that she's scared because she's gonna be putting out fire for everybody issues. Okay, so we got Heavenly got an issue with Contessa, Quad got an issue with Simone, Sweet Tea got an issue with Heavenly, and Sweet Tea got an issue with Quad. I don't think that Sweet Tea got no issue with Quad. That should be no issue. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that anything happened on the show for them to have an issue with each other. And if it is, I think that they need to be paid more money. Because I'm not going to get on this show and give y'all that for the regular rate. I'm not. Okay. But Simone is telling Cecil that she owes Quad an apology for what happened in New York, but she don't know how to approach it. That's because you don't want to apologize. You don't really want to apologize. You ready to just say, girl, to hell with you. That's what you really want to do. But I feel like that you feel like you're forced to apologize to be in this group and to coexist. You feel like that you need to apologize. Okay. She said the rumor has it that she wants an apology from Napa. And she said, I don't owe her shit from Napa. Okay. When it comes to Napa and what happened in Napa, I think I told y'all before, I don't think that Quads needs to hang with them to be on the show. You know what I'm saying? What I think is happening is I feel like that they don't think that Quad should be there anymore since she's not married to Medicine. And Quad is just trying to use their friendship to be around the group. But in actuality, she's not really friends with nobody on the show, really, but Heavenly. And I think that she really don't fool with Heavenly, but she know Heavenly want to be seen as an it girl. So she hangs with Heavenly like that, but I don't think that I think that she's just around so she can get her check and get invited to events, but I don't think that she valued them like that, and I don't think that the girls really think that she should be there because she's not married to Medicine anymore. Okay? But she says that Quad feel how she feel, and Simone said I feel how I feel, and we just gonna never agree to it. Okay. Simone said that she feel like she's in a no-win situation with Quad. She said that me and Quad be good, and then she get on social media and fall apart. And Cecil is telling her the apology is for you. That is a lie. Ain't no apology for me. What am I gonna get for apologizing to them? And then they also be saying, for the forgiveness for you. It's not. It's not. I don't think that's true either. You know what I'm saying? I guess it depends on the person that you're dealing with. But for me, me apologizing to somebody is not for me, and forgiving somebody is not for me either. I don't know how to forgive though. I'm still holding on to stuff from 2006. Okay. Next, we got Phaedra and Apollo. Okay. Apollo is coming to get the kids from Phaedra because she's getting ready to go to Florida to go glamping. Phaedra still doesn't allow Apollo to come in the house. She says she don't want that energy inside of her house. Remember that Apostle came over there after Apollo went to prison, and we got that Fix It Jesus that was going on in the house, and he was over there saging the house and stuff, and she did like an exorcism in the house. So I think that he probably ain't been into the house since then. Phaedra tells Apollo that, Toya told me she ran into you. And they showed a clip. Toya said that she saw Apollo at a restaurant after he got caught cheating on Sharina. And she asked him what happened. And then, are you and Phaedra going to get back together? Okay?
Wait a minute, now you're getting too damn personal.
I feel like that Toya is so tacky. I don't like that Toya did this. I feel like if Apollo was not somebody who some would deem attractive, nobody would care about this convict. You know what I'm saying? But since Apollo, people, y'all love y'all the biracial. You know what I'm saying? Since Apollo is biracial and light skinned and got a little muscle on him, you know what I'm saying? Everybody worried about Apollo. If he was a regular convict, nobody would care. Okay? Apollo said it was brief. She asked a couple of things about my marital affairs. You know what I'm saying, Toya? That was trashy. Okay? Now, Toya.
You in danger, girl.
You in danger if you think you about to go to Florida and Phaedra ain't about to ask you about what you was going over here questioning Apollo for. I feel like, I don't know yet, but I feel like Phaedra is getting ready to. We didn't see it in the clips at the end of the episode, but I feel like you're going to have to answer to Phaedra about why you keep on coming after Apollo and what's going on. Now, the producer asked Toya, are you being messy? She said, no, Phaedra is guarded. But my thing is, Phaedra reserves the right to share what she want to share. Toya said that they don't know much about her and they trying to get secrets up out of her. But what kind of secrets do you want her to tell? If I'm telling you about what you want to know, it ain't a secret then. You know what I'm saying? What do you want to know? Because they showed a clip of you asking, what did you tell your kids about your divorcing or what he went to jail for? Just like Whitney Houston said, never mind what I told them, they know the deal. Never mind what I told them. You too messy. Well, we like to answer questions for our kids, and Phaedra told you, well, that's good for you and your household. You don't, you know what I'm saying? You like that's tacky toward you. You don't have to put what you got going on in your household on nobody else. And she didn't ask you for nothing either, okay? But it is good to see that Phaedra and Apollo are getting along and they co-parenting well, you know what I'm saying? And she letting him see the kids. Because, at first, Phaedra didn't really want nothing to do with you know what I'm saying? Phaedra didn't really want nothing to do with him. I guess that was because he was in jail, but she really didn't want nothing to do with him. Next, we got Sweet Tea. Okay, she FaceTiming her sister. I forgot that she had a twin sister. Okay, and they are identical twins, but her twin sister is pregnant. And so Greg is saying that he's feeling the pressure to get pregnant. Okay, now they eating on the table. I mean, she made them some shakes or whatever, and he come in the house and he's saying, what I'm saying, what a coaster said, we in here like savages. You know what I'm saying? And so Sweet Tea is saying, we probably need a new table. It's time, babe. Now, my question, I got a question, but I just answered it in my head. My question is this the same table that from when Quab was there? But in my head, I just said to myself, ain't no way the table been there since Sweet Tea. It was a table that was new when Sweet Tea got there, and they need a new one already. Ain't that too much? They ain't even got no kids yet, so ain't that much wear and tear they could have did in that short amount of time for them where they need a new table. Oh, sweet tea. I wouldn't have said that on camera. You knew for TV. You knew for TV. I wouldn't have said that on camera, okay? But she says that she's having pelvic pain after her surgery, and so she's been going to a pelvic pain clinic. But she says that they will soon be able to try IVF. She says that she's not infertile unless she hasn't gotten pregnant within 2 years. So she's asking Greg what is the cutoff date for Greg, and Greg said it's 2 years. You know what I'm saying? And then Sweet Tea started crying, and she said that she didn't know that the cutoff would be that soon. Now, I thought that 2 years was a long time, but I guess I'm not considering a person who's having a hard time conceiving, okay? But Sweet Tea, I think that we got to be realistic. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Greg is, you know what I'm saying, almost over here like Ray Huger. You know what I'm saying? He old, he gray, he got gray chest hairs. You know what I'm saying? How long did you think he had? And how long did you think that he was want to be running around with a baby? You know what I'm saying? Because a 4-year-old gonna wear Greg out. A 4-year-old is gonna wear Greg out. I really do feel bad for Greg though. Sweet Tea is saying that this put much pressure on her, and Greg saying, you know what I'm saying? Now I regret saying it. You know what I'm saying? But it comes down to how bad do we want a child? You know what I'm saying? Some people adopt, and I do think that's an option. You know what I'm saying? If y'all haven't conceived, but you know, some people they adopt. Remember, it was a Netflix story not too long ago. They adopted that older girl over there, and then they ended up having a baby on their own. And then the daddy had ended up unaliving the girl and burying her in the backyard. And her real mama I forgot the name of the documentary that I watched. But yeah, so I don't know. What happened next? So the ladies are getting ready. Contessa children, you know, I haven't been here. I don't really like Contessa like that, but her daughters have gotten so big. I couldn't believe that they had got that big, but you know, time flies. Next we get Heavenly and Simone. Oh, I forgot my picture. Heavenly said that Phaedra was being messy, and she came over there and asked how she getting along with Contessa. And Heavenly says that she thinks that her and Contessa is good. And so Heavenly said in her confessional, everybody wants somebody to apologize, and I'm the only one apologizing to everybody. Do she not get credit for it? But no, Heavenly, you don't get no credit for apologizing, because you told us in episode 1 that when you be apologizing, you don't be meaning it. You just be apologizing to apologize. So no, you don't get no credit for it. And the best apology is changed behavior. And you still on the internet lying and dragging people's husbands. You still on the internet lying and dragging people's husbands and saying stuff about their husbands like what you saying is the gospel.
I can say so much about your husband.
We could say so much about your husband, okay? So the girls get to the airport. Toya says that she don't think on this trip that these girls are gonna sweep anything under the rug. Okay, so in one car we got Jackie, Quad, Heavenly, and Toya, and in the other car we got Phaedra, Sweet Tea, Contessa, and Simone. Okay. So in the car, I believe it was the car with Quad them, they ended up doing a prayer, and they showed us clips of the trip. Now, these next 2 episodes of Married to Medicine are about to be good, okay? Now, all I know, what stood out to me, and I knew we was going to have it. I knew we was going to have it from Miss Quad. Quad, I see you. I see you. Quad was out there giving her best Tennessee Shakespeare monologue. Quad told the girls, I had bled out and I was hurt until I had nothing inside. She was going to give you a monologue about her hurt and her pain. I see it. It would be no apologies from me. There would be no apologies from me. I'm letting you know she would not give me that monologue. She would not give me that monologue. Absolutely not. Okay? Then we got Contessa telling Heavenly to square up hole. It's performative, Contessa, because if you really want to get at Heavenly, you the most fit person of the group. You could have got at her. And from my understanding, you was trying to run down on Heavenly before at the reunion, and you didn't really do nothing. So let's cut the shit. You ain't gonna do nothing. Then we got Heavenly saying that somebody mama stupid. She had to be talking about Sweet Tea. You know what I'm saying? Now these next 2 episodes, I hope Bravo. You know how Bravo can do. They're gonna slow roll us for 5 episodes, because I believe Phaedra told Apollo that they was gonna be gone for 5 days. So Bravo will slow roll us. You know what I'm saying? But I'm here for it, y'all. But that was the end of the episode, y'all. Thank y'all so much for clicking on the video. I appreciate the love and support, and I will see you guys later on. Adios.